Welcome to the YouTube channel. Let's Talk Procurement and episode number 43. In this episode, we will learn to differentiate between the logistic models. I'm very excited to go into the detail and explain you how these logistic models are working. The first party logistics, second party logistic, third party logistic, fourth party logistic, and fifth party logistic. These models are interesting and adding value in the organization. The first party logistic, first PL. In this first PL, there are no other middlemen involved in the whole process. It is carried out in the mechanism as the manufacturer or the industrial sector doesn't outsource transport and logistic activities to the third parties. These functions are carried out by the company's own department. In the first party, logistic refers to the firm or individual that has their own cargo, freight, and can transport goods or merchandise from one point to another point. They are specifically the consigner of the different goods and the product or organize the transport of the product to their respective destination. In the picture, have you seen that the manufacturer is producing the product and transporting directly from one point to another point to the supermarket or the market? So they are not using any carrier or the contractual logistic companies. They are using their own facilities, merchandise through their own cargo. The second is the second party logistic. The manufacturers hires carrier as a subcontractor for the operational execution of defined transport or the goods or the logistic task. The kind of relation cost driven and the short terms, with the logistic and the service provider doing what the client instruct or being paid accordingly. The organization and follow up remain the responsibility of the manufacturer until the goods are delivered to the client. This organization that maintain assets like vehicle, aeroplanes to transport the product from one place to another is a 2PL. For example, the same local firm which hires 2PL to transport their vegetables, cereals, or eggs from the farm to the supermarket is called the 2PL. First PL and 2PLs are the simplest and easy logistic models, doesn't have any complication. The third party logistic The third party logistic is very sophisticated and a powerful service handle that free the business company and enable it to focus on the other aspects of the business and managing the outsource of the operational logistic from warehousing to the delivery. A number of services pertaining to the logistic of the supply chain are provided by the 3PL. The service include transportation, warehousing, picking and packing, inventory, forecasting, order fulfillment, packaging, and the freight forwarding services. Considering all of the above, there is no doubt that 3PL or third party logistic is important for the smooth functioning of the business. Within a 3PL model, outsource operation of the transport and the logistic into the supplier who might subcontract out some or all of the implementation process depend on the business requirement. The biggest advantage offered by the 3PL provider is that it completely manages this operational logistic by taking a load off your hands. This enables a brand to focus on other aspects of the business like sales, marketing, and the product development. Therefore, outsourcing operational logistics to the third party logistic provider empowers the business with precious time and resource that can be engaged in other crucial part of the business growth. Third party logistic, we can utilize the services B2C, B2B, and return process and assembling and inventory management and transporting the product from one point to another point, providing all the logistic services to the organization. The fourth party logistic, in the 4PL model, the business enterprise outsources the management of the logistic activities as well as the implementation throughout the supply chain. Fourth party logistic is known as the complex and complicated logistic model. In the 4PL, service provider is supply chain integrator. The 4PL assemble and manage all the resources, capabilities, and technology of the organization's supply chain and its group of the provider. An experienced and reliable 4PL service provider will bring value and re-engineered approach to your organization as it will manage the logistic process regardless of what carriers, forwarders, and other warehouses are used. As a centralized contract with the client, 4PL has overall responsibility for the logistic performance and ability to impact the entire supply chain and not just single element. 4PL has responsibility also to ensure the safety distribution of the product or goods to the customer hands with minimum cost. The 4PL is also adding value in supply chain in the enterprises. Fifth party logistic is also a complicated and complex model. The fifth logistic service suppliers can reinforce demand. Additionally, it negotiate rates with the other service provider like trucking, airlines, etc. Fifth PL operates a logistics service provider and plan the organize and implement the logistics services. Also, it can fortify the demand. Additionally, it negotiate rates with other service providers like trucks and airlines. The businesses which outsource their logistic management facilities to third party make a great illustration of such dilemma. Due to the popularization of the e-commerce, the fifth party theory recently gained hypes in the market. Along with the integration and the management of the supply chain, the fifth PL organization provides some other beneficial services such as the call facilities and the online payments. As you have understand that this kind of the models has been segregated into the three categories: the simple, sophisticated, and the complex. First PL and second PL is the simplest, third PL is the sophisticated, and fifth and fourth PL are considered a complex and complicated modules. This will enhance the business efficiency and increase the profitability of the business and deliver the product at the lowest cost of the ownership. Multinational companies, they are providing the in-house facilities to the fourth and fifth PL, which will enhance their business efficiency and hand off all their responsibility to the fourth and fifth PL service providers. Third party logistics can be utilized in the low scale companies, which are the local companies, you could say, and this will help them to store the products, packing and repacking, and handling all this kind of the products and supplying the product to the customer, kind of the B2C and B2B businesses. Thank you for watching and keep learning more with us.